This video is made possible by the following sponsors. Make sure to check out their products as well as the rest of my gear in the description below.
Hey guys, slightly hungover New Year boy and welcome to sim racing, but in 2019. I hope that everybody had an absolutely awesome New Year celebration period, and a massive thank you to all those guys who actually came and hung out with me as we saw out the last of 2018. It was a really awesome experience and it was great getting to share it with you guys. But I couldn't think of a better way to bring in the new year than by returning to one of the series that I think defined my channel in 2018. That is our Nordschleife Hot Lap series. This time we're going to be driving the Formula RS 2000. As you can see, I found a rather rad looking skin pack which allows me to run the Arrows livery on this gorgeous V10 F1 car. As I said, V10 powered, 800 horsepower, no traction control, skinny groove tyres, and nowhere near as much downforce as the cars will produce later on in the V10 period, let alone compared to today's F1 cars. Now, in terms of lap time, as I totally don't check the leaderboard on my phone, the Ferrari F2004, which would be probably the most similar car to this one, of course 4 years newer than this, did a time of a 5:10.229, which was followed up by the 2017 F1 car, which did a time of 5:11.610. Now, I'm pretty sure we aren't going to get near either of those times, given that this car is pretty much slower in every aspect, but that is not going to stop me from trying. But anyway, let's go for our first lap of the ring in the year 2019. Let's see just how fast this V10 F1 car from the year 2000 can lap the Nordschleife. So as weird as this might sound when I say it out loud, it's been quite some time since I've driven a Formula 1 car around the Nordschleife, and I've just finished my outlap in this car. My god, do you need to be on it? As I'm sure you guys can guess, in the high speed stuff, this thing is an absolute weapon, but as soon as you drop to kind of low third gear, second gear, all the downforce starts to peel off and you are then left at the mercy of those fairly skinny grooved tyres you can see in front of you now. In terms of setup, I've actually taken some of the downforce off from the baseline. I've raised the car up a little bit to make sure I don't get killed by one of the bumps or one of the curbs around here. And I've also made 7th gear a little bit shorter to try and really make the use of every gear, especially on the long straights here. And I must say, it's really cool being back in an Arrows liveried F1 car. Reminds me of the old GP4 days, so bit of nostalgia there. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get rolling. And I must say, being back in VR and back in this Racing Studio Formula 2000 car, I'm just blown away by the detail of this thing. Funnily enough, I got asked the other day if I was actually sponsored by Racing, because I always have their content in my videos, and the answer is no. I just think their content is fucking amazing. So that settles that. Anyway, no more of that. Time to try and go fast here in an F1 car in Nordschleife. Will spin out the last corner. Easy over the bump here. Soft on the throttle on the way down the hill. Easy, easy, easy. Now hit the throttle. Car steps out a little bit at the rear. Going to be going fast down here, getting the downforce working. Just flat through there. Car started to wobble around a little bit as I got to the exit. Now for this section, this is where the car is at its slipperiest. And you have the more challenging aspect of this lap. Trying to get the car through here quickly while at the same time trying not to spin or go wide. Second gear now. Bring it to the inside, use the dip on the left, on the power nice and early, and now come up towards the flue patch. We'll be taking 7th gear through there, and there 7th just as we get to the hump of the hill. Easy line through there, just trying to be as smooth as possible, line of least resistance, and now we get to see the top speed of this thing. We don't quite reach 200 miles per hour, but we still get up to 312 Ks, which is absolutely fantastic and scary to think about at the same time. Now on his left-hander and harden the brakes. Peel off as you come to the apex to avoid locking the tyre. Soft, 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 soft. And now on the throttle we can unleash 800 of the finest horses coming down through the Eiffel Forest. Not a bad sight, is it? Now back uphill, down into 6th. Very quick through here. Carry the downforce momentum through for as long as you can, and then be nice and easy through this section. The car wants to swap ends on you. Any opportunity at this speed, soft, 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 and then now, good. Again, back up through the gears. The acceleration this thing is absolutely amazing. Already in top gear, 7th gear, as we take flat through the left-hander, easy flat. Another big braking zone. This is where the car, again, is rather slippy in this mid-speed stuff. Try and aim for that little white patch there. Just about nipped it, nice. And now back on the power, easy flat through this section. Still get the line right. Whoa! Rear end tried to overtake me there, and the downforce just saved me at the last second. Nice through there. Now slowest part of the circuit. Doesn't matter if we go a bit wide here, the car actually prefers it. That was actually really nice through there. Acceleration is so difficult for this section because it's not a straight line. Now it is. Now downhill, very easy to understeer here, so we'll brake a little bit earlier than usual. Bring it to the inside. Nice, that's actually pretty decent. And then pin the throttle for a moment before getting back on the brake. So great, the sense of speed through that section because of just how close the walls are. Feels really quick indeed. Now for one of the more difficult ones on the circuit. Very hard to spy this one correctly, especially with a very foggy headset that I have right now. Late on the throttle, rather be a little bit slower out of there than spin it. And now uphill, and now I have gear 7th gear so I can actually use it up here, but we still have to go right to the top of 6th gear and hear the V10 scream. And now we take 7th gear. Fantastic, 300k is just about uphill here, barely being slowed down by the gradient, but it is definitely slower than the F2004 car up here. Should be flat for this left-hander. Oh, easy. Absolutely easy for this car. Now you want to brake just before the road starts falling away from us, because as soon as the road starts falling away, it starts lengthening the braking distance. Easy through here. Now we do take the carousel, but we can't take it very quickly. I've tried both taking the carousel and not taking it. As you can see, the car still bumping through here, scraping along the bottom, but it's quicker than going around the outside. There you go, again, very easy on throttle. Now we come to the big dick energy section, which is tricky for me, having not possessed one of those, but this is where we have to really make the difference. This is where this car is going to struggle the most compared to the more modern machinery and the F2004, so we really have to push it through here to stand a chance of being anywhere near them. Touching the curves either side, a bit risky, but saves are probably attempts doing that. Back on the power over the crest. Soft, 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 bring it back into the left-hander. Now try not to hit this apex on the right. Big curve there, don't want to touch that. Very slippy on the exit there as well. I've spun there in practice. Through YouTube corner, wait for our chance to get on the throttle. Just nice and careful through here. The power comes on so brutally in this F1 car. You have to be so careful with it, otherwise it just takes you and you're already in the arm cone before you know it. Flat through here, easy. The downforce pins the car to the floor. Haven't got to worry about it taking off whatsoever. And now flat all through this section. My arms are already pretty tired. You have to really hold on to this thing around here. Time's looking pretty fast so far. I don't think it's going to compete with the more modern machinery, but shouldn't be too far off. Easy, easy, easy. Nice. Probably should have taken third there. Second carousel, worst corner on the circuit. Easy, easy. Wait to come out, and you have to try and straight line it for this section to get any acceleration. Now for this very last tricky right-hander. All the way through, we're doing 270 k's on exit through there, and up to 7th gear now. We won't reach 200 miles per hour, about 312, 313 k's here as we get very close to the limit of 17,500 RPM, singing as we go down the straight. What an experience. I love VR. And there goes 510, there goes the F2004 car, and there goes the modern F1 car time. We might still get underneath one of the Indy cars. Last couple of corners now, let's concentrate. Really got to try and nail the braking there and then go from being aggressive to soft on the throttle. Very weird transition. And here we go then. Cross the line, and the time is a 5:29.6. That places it behind, I think, the Formula Hybrid in the leaderboard. But you can see the progress that these cars made in just 4 years. Of course, running without traction control made this car an absolute beast to drive, but hopefully it made it very entertaining to watch because it was very, very fun to drive. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing this car be hustled around the Nordschleife. If you did enjoy it, of course, make sure to hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit subscribe to be notified of future videos. A massive thank you to all the support you guys have shown me over the last year, and of course going into this new year as well. It's been pretty overwhelming, and I'm a very lucky guy to have such a fantastic community. Take care, guys. Have an awesome day. I'll see you all next time.